Well, you guys were right. I was wrong.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
All right, boy, Trigger Man, back in the lab. And today, what we have here. All right, today we're gonna be trying it again, okay? The Haichika, okay? Haichika cordless, all right? That's the EP102A we're gonna be doing. All right, this model here, all right? EP102A, that's what we're gonna do. See the big droplets? That tells you it's supposed to have big droplets. It's supposed to be orange peely, but no. So a lot of you guys in the last video were saying that it needs to have more voltage in the battery, and I disagree, but I'm gonna do it for you guys. You know, I'm gonna do it for you. I'm here for you guys, all right? Like I said, I'm trying to kick down this whole electric spray gun for everybody, man. I want it to work. I want everyone to paint their car. So if I gotta go a little over and beyond, that's what I'll do for you, okay? Only you, because I love you. Yeah. All right, so what we're gonna do, you know, this is a Makita. It's set up for a Makita battery. I have a Makita drill set that had the 3.0 milliamp batteries. So I wasn't about to go out and buy a separate battery just for that. So what I did is I bought an adapter, okay? This fits on the bottom of the spray gun with the Makita type insert, but then you can put a Milwaukee battery on there, okay? I do have Milwaukee, I have DeWalt. So what I did is I brought in some batteries, okay? I have my M18 4.0, XC 4.0 battery, and then this is another battery I had for my buffer. I have a cordless buffer at home. At the shop, we use a Milwaukee. The shop supplied their buffer here, so I don't bring my buffer here. I have a cordless M18 rotary buffer at home, and with this big battery, I mean, you can basically do most of a vehicle. I mean, let me see if I can kind of show you the size. I mean, this sucker is huge. It's huge. It's a big boy battery. I mean, a lot of you guys wouldn't even do this because you complain about the weight and how heavy a regular spray gun is, but this thing, like, you can curl this sucker. This is a battery, and this is a 15 milliamp battery, okay? So the Milwaukee I had was a 3.0. This one here is a 4.0, and this is a 15, okay? So I'm gonna hook it up to that, all right? And if that sucker don't do nothing with that, then it ain't gonna do nothing. But I did take this adapter and put on my Makita drill, the driver. I put on there, and I put this big 15 milliamp battery on there, and my drill went crazy. Wah! I mean, like, sounded like a damn dirt bike. It went crazy. So there may be something to it, you know. So we're gonna try it on the spray gun, all right? We're gonna do the panels. I'll do the hood first, and then if it's still doing that same little, like, barely spraying, then I'm just gonna leave it at the hood. I'm not even gonna bother with the fender. Like, I don't wanna keep just blowing material. But we'll see, man, we'll see. But it did amp up my drill driver a lot. I mean, the thing went crazy. So yeah, so we'll try it, man, we'll try it. You know, again, doing this for you guys. And you know, if I'm gonna be at the front of this whole electric spray gun movement, then I gotta put in the work for you guys, you know. Even if I don't believe it's gonna work, I still wanna try it for you. So I'm gonna go ahead, get some paint in the gun, and we're gonna see what's up.
So basically, it goes like so. Take your adapter, put into your Haichika, and then whatever battery you have, we got power, okay? And they have this configuration for every different type of battery. DeWalt, Milwaukee. I didn't check for Ryobi. I know Ryobi batteries kind of have that big long shaft that goes into it, a male shaft, so I'm not sure. But they probably do. They have so many of them things. So as you see here, this is with the 4.0 milliamp battery. Going down pretty wet, right? Negative. So the 4.0 gave just a little more juice. Okay. So I'm going to snatch that off and put on the 15. As you see, that don't even look like nothing, you know? So now here's the big boy. This sucker is a brick. Now, possibly the 6.0, the 6 milliamp, maybe that would be an option. I'm sure it will be smaller, it will be lighter, but I don't have one of those, so you know, I'm basically trying to use what I have. The 3.0 definitely not enough. 4 not enough. So I mean 6 is gonna be what, a slight bump up. I mean, you may realistically have to jump up to something like this, you know, if you really want to make sure it's going to give you the power, the atomization that you need. You may have to jump up to something big. I mean, they do have little smaller than this, 10 milliamps, 8. But again, I'm showing you guys what I have, and it worked. I mean, it worked. It was definitely better. So, and shout out to the one subscriber. We were kind of going back and forth. He was saying that I should get the bigger battery, and I was telling him that it wouldn't make a difference. And he was saying that he used it in one of his tools, and it did make a difference. So we kind of went back about 5-6 messages, and then he was like, "Hey man, just maybe you try it anyway and see what happens." So shout out to you, man. You were right. That's a big boy there, man. I'm telling you. That's a big battery. But yeah, so I learned something, you know. I always thought that the size of the milliamp would just extend the life longer, but it would be the same volts going to it. No, I learned something. And again, I think it's because it's such a jump in size. This isn't the regular standard, you know, little 2 milliamp, 3 milliamp, 4 milliamp, 5 milliamp. You know, this is a big jump. So as you see, it still has a little texture in it. Well, no, not a little. It's got some texture. But, and now I have on the 4 milliamp battery. I kind of wanted to do half and half. So I did the top of it with the 4 just to kind of see what's going on. Then swap it out. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. This is all foreign to the trigger, okay? And you see, it's definitely more power there. It's still not as much power as the corded version, which I'm going to show you guys at the very end of the video. I have a side-by-side that I created just to kind of show you, give you an idea. Again, there's definitely peel. You can see the light. And for those of you that are going to do like a cut and buff, knock it down with some 1000 or 1200, go over it with some 1500, and then a little 2000, and just polish it up. And that would definitely give you a good finish. Smooth, flat. Okay, here we go. Checking out the battery. Down 1 bar. And this was sitting, I didn't charge it up right before this. I had it charged, but it was sitting in my closet. So it's not like I just charged it up right before the video, but we had plenty of juice. And again, this battery will last you all day. So as you see, still, it's better. Definitely better than any of the previous batteries. I mean, it's not as fast. You know, you're going to move slower with it. And for some newer guys, new to painting, that might be a plus for you. Again, the comparison video that I do in the end when I split the screen, you will see the speed of the corded version versus the cordless. And for some people, that's a good thing. They want to move fast, get done with it. And for some who may be, again, newer to painting and you're kind of scared of getting runs or just the whole thing of painting, this could be better for you. So at the end of the day, I think it is a good option for the right person who needs it. You don't have extension cords, you don't have power inside of where you're painting. Like I said in the last video, I had a subscriber that had a dump truck that was in the yard with no power that he wanted to paint. So something like this, excellent option. Get you a couple batteries fully charged and you're ready to go. Doing a dump truck, I mean, I don't know how many batteries you would need for that, but you know. But yeah, so in last week's video, when I said that I could not recommend this to anyone with a clear conscience, especially those that are looking for a real good finish like we were getting with the corded version. Yeah, now with a bigger battery, you know, I can go ahead and, with a clear conscience, recommend that you could use this to get a nice paint job, a decent paint job, decent. You know, as you see, I would definitely recommend a cut and buff, which a lot of people are doing anyway, to take this gun, battery version, cordless version, and get something super glossy and glassy off the gun. You're gonna have to be one bad mother sucker. Okay, not even the trigger can do that. So yeah, you're definitely gonna need the buff, cut and buff, and you'll be good. No problem. No, this does have the finish just like it was sprayed out of a Seder Jet pneumatic spray gun, you know, just like the Seder Jet X, Seder Jet 5500. It looks, that's how it's going to look right off the gun anyway. So, hey, Highchika, Seder Jet, same thing. Yeah, so.
All right. We got it done. This is what we're looking like. Okay. It does have some peel, but I will have to admit that it is better. Okay. It is better than with the Makita battery that I tried from last week. You know, it does have some peel, but it's better. And I mean, basically, these are the results. You know, if you're okay with that, then it's good. You know, you will have to, well, you don't have to, but if you're someone that was gonna wet sand and polish this, then yeah, you can get an absolute flat glass-like finish with no problem with some wet sand and buffing. even last week with the other battery, the small battery, you could still get away with a nice finish with some wet sand and buffing. It's just you would have to done a lot more wet sanding with that because it was a lot more orange peel. I mean, this has peel, but this is more like a Seder Jet spray gun, orange peel. But yeah, so that's it, man, you know. And the battery is big, man. The battery is big. A lot of you guys were saying, oh, this would be good if they had it for a DeWalt battery. You know, really any battery you have, they make this adapter. You know, you can just buy the adapter. This was like 15 bucks. So that's why I went ahead and just bought the adapter instead of trying to buy a bigger battery for something that I won't even need only once to make a video. With this adapter, now, like I said, when I put this onto my Makita drill with this battery, the drill went crazy. Like you can drill through a tank, you know, it did do that. So, you know, so for you guys that have a different type of battery, you may have a DeWalt, you might not have the Makita that this calls for, just 15 bucks for an adapter on Amazon and use whatever battery you have, you know. And these aftermarket batteries, like I think this battery I might have paid 50 bucks for years ago. And it's for, like I said, for my buffer at home. It lasts longer. You do just about half a car, a little more than half a car buffing with this battery. It lasts forever, 15 milliamp. So, you know, if you wanted this setup, you know, the battery, 50, whatever, the little adapter was 15 bucks. So, you know, and you're good to go, you know. This here, the 4 milliamp, I mean, it seemed like it gave it a little more juice than it did last week with the 3.0 Makita, but there was a greater difference with that 15 milliamp battery. So, yeah. And again, just keep in mind the battery is heavy, heavy, heavy. And a lot of my guys, I won't say my guys, because my guys, they got arms. But a lot of people that view the channel, a lot of viewers, they complain about weight. Like they're saying regular spray guns are too heavy. Like how many ounces is it? Oh, my arm hurts. So this is gonna be some weight. You know, I don't wanna just say like, oh, it's nothing, it's nothing. And you know, even for me, you know, it's not a huge deal. Like I can do a whole car with it, no problem. But I know there's guys out there that complain about the weight of things, you know. And if you're holding your arm out doing a car, if you have shoulder issues, just things that, you know, you have to be aware of, you know, elbow issues, wrist issues, anything, you know, there is some weight on that thing. And other than that, I mean, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's better. It's better. So this does put it a little closer to the original Haichika, but nowhere near the finish. Matter of fact, I think during the video, I'm gonna put up some clips of the original Haichika with the 1.2, just so you can see just how that thing lays. You know, I'm gonna do some work in this video and do those edits to put that in, just so I can kind of show you guys like the difference in there. So, yeah. So that's what we got. That's what we got. Hopefully this helps. Like I said, I didn't think it would, but you know, I was wrong. It did help a little. It made it a little more powerful. So, you know, and if you're okay with the setup, then there you have it. Links will be in the description. Matter of fact, I'll link to the adapter, the battery, and everything, you know, just in case you guys want to check that out. But yeah. And later on, we'll get it out in the sun and take a peek, and then catch you in the next one. Peace.
Okay, fellas and ladies, I discovered I do have quite a few women watching the channel, so ladies and gentlemen, another tip that I want to give you guys, if you're going to go with this version, the cordless, it would be better for you to use a slower activator, especially in your clear coat. Okay, you're gonna, being that this doesn't have as much power, you're gonna kind of need to rely on a little bit of flow, afterflow and flow in your clear coat. Okay, using something fast, it's gonna set up too fast on you, being that it's not coming out atomized as good. So definitely go with something slower than you would normally. Not necessarily so much in your base coat, but in the clear, or if you go single stage like this, definitely use something slower. This was a slow, that's why it kind of flowed out a little and it looks a little flatter. But yeah, there's still peel in it, but definitely go with something slower. Okay, that's what I recommend with my experience with this stuff. And now here is the side by side. To the left is the corded version with the 1.2. You see the speed. It's atomizing great. You see how small the droplets are coming out. And on the right, it's a little slower. Again, if you're doing a whole car, if you're okay with the speed that's going on there on the left, then it's cool. Me being someone who likes to paint a lot faster, for me, the corded version. So it has its place. It definitely does with the larger capacity battery. And that's about it. I really hope that this helps someone out there. Okay. But that's what it is, man. And yeah. To the other guy that I went back and forth with, shout out to you, man. You were right. Bigger battery, little more power. And that's a wrap. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. There will be links to everything in the video. The corded version, the cordless, the battery, the adapter. Check for those different adapters. While I'm looking up the adapters, if I see the DeWalt ones or something, like I'll kind of put them individual and I'll post everything and pin it in the comments. And that's going to do it, man. Let me know what you guys think. Which setup would you go with? And I will catch you in the next one. Peace.